And we're back. Alright. It's a different game. 1-1. One more coming in. I don't think they're pushing though. I have full health now, so I can peek. Yeah, they're gone. So, yeah, the game crashed. I loaded up, and I actually joined the game mid-progress, so this works out. It was meant to be. Multiple pings around the corner. Tossing a nade. Trying to help teammate out. Yep, teammate wins that. I get the point. Got some shots in. Team shots. And just, you know, this is I know it's a different map, but here in front courtyard, and the Oculus is right next to where the heavy is. That's the whole area. You know, I wanted to play cover, so I kind of stayed in this, behind this block. And honestly, this position might pay out right here. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. So yeah, like those two guys that were coming in, like, you know, the first guy we had shots on, we were able to team shot him together. He was standing like right over here. I had a teammate shooting from this area. We took him down, and then the guy before that I had put shots in before he went invisible, he, you know, the mistake there was that he came out and tried to challenge me from afar, knowing, or, you know, not knowing that I still had like more health than him and a good angle to shoot him from. So in those situations, you just want to remember to get your health back before you challenge, especially if you got the time to, if you can afford to go back into cover, do so before challenging again, so you don't end up like that one guy. Oh shit! Right here, I fucked up. Gonna just ran into the first, like, you know, elevated area I found. So it's 43:57. We have 3 minutes left. I think we can turn the game back, especially in this map. Radiant Cliffs isn't too bad. Let's see, we're trying to play this Oculus. We know there's one guy going inside caves. Play that far, put some taps in them. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more? No, they got him. Heard the shots coming from bottom. Gonna slide here. That nade's gonna block us. So with, you know, the difference between Radiant Cliffs and Rusted Lands is that Radiant Cliffs has like a center map, like you can stand in the center, which makes this like a really good, you know, area to control, because you can kind of see, oh shit, you can, you know, if you control this area, you can force the enemy spawns and react to them appropriately. Like, I know if the enemy spawns this way, I can play from here. If I see them spawning somewhere else, like if I see the rate of pings coming from this side, alright, I'm going to readjust and just move just to the right from here, like to the right side here, and cover this lane, right? And I guess I'm just saying this to say that Oculus, this area right here where I'm standing, is a good place to stand on, because you have cover and you have access to channels that give you information about what the enemy is doing. And especially if you know how to play this Oculus circle thing, it's both cover and it gives you the advantage. So like, I don't know if you noticed, but for this engagement where like we had like one guy come out through, two guys coming out through this area here, one guy coming out through here, and then like one more guy coming out through the back. All I did was kind of rotate around the circle, and use the circular shape of the Oculus centerpiece to my advantage as a way of giving me constant cover as I'm moving from engagement to engagement to engagement. It's kind of like a roundabout, right? Whereas like you're diminishing the number. Sorry, 1 second. You're diminishing the number of possible points of contact, and it... Oh, hold on. There's that guy right there. So yeah, like by diminishing the number of possible points of contact, I increase my odds of survival. And it doesn't have to be like a round circular object. It can be really like this block as well here too. You know, like moving in a circular direction gives you cover while also keeping you alive. You know, like you're not just standing still against an enemy. That should come with a warning though. It won't work every time, it won't work always, and it's very situational, right? Like in those situations when there's like a lot going on, it works, right? Because everyone's confused. But if the enemy team kind of like knew where I was communicating, was keeping track of my movements, then doing that just makes you look silly, right? You're just running around the circle. And you're out of position too. Like, it's probably not a good idea to be in that center, especially with that many players going in. But remember that in that moment, when I got pushed, I was already in control of the center Oculus, and enemy players were pushing out to meet me, not the other way around. So I would just kind of like highlight that difference. Cool. So we didn't win the game. We did close the gap a little bit. I think we were off by 3 points. I think our stats, yeah, they're not the best, not the worst, but one thing I do want to point out is that although we're not top of the leaderboard, combat efficiency is the highest in the lobby, right? We didn't die a lot, we were playing at our own pace, and we were choosing the right battles to fight.